Hi. Hi, everyone. Hello.
Looking forward to this season.
What are you looking forward to?
Action.
Action?
Yeah. And mythology.
I think it's going to be neat for Grimm for Nick to be all Grimm and very little cop. I'm interested in seeing how this, how am I going to handle the baby? What is this baby going to be? It'll be fun to see what happens there, because I don't know.
What's his headspace like? When you come back and see him?
Yeah, not good. Why am I alive? This is awful. But right away, you'll see in the next season that something happens, and I have to figure out who did everything to me, and I figure it out, and then I'm just laser focused at getting this person and figuring this thing out, and coupled with this kid who's now I'm a dad, and it's a bad world, and he's the only good thing that I have right now, probably. I mean, my mom's been beheaded, my girlfriend died in my arms, my other dad died, my aunt's dead, Trouble's imperiled immediately in the next season, so he's kind of the thing I'm here for. The first couple episodes seem that way, and I'm enjoying that. It's a lot of me going from one aspect of my life to another to another. It feels a little less ensemble, which is, I think it's kind of cool for the story, at least for the first couple episodes. Then, you get into the 8th to 15th episode, and who the hell knows what's going to go on. And then the finale, they kind of figure out. But, yeah, I think it's going to become more localized. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of the Royals any longer. I think it's going to go back to its roots in a way. Monroe, Nick, Vesson.
How does it feel going into not only your fifth season, but 100 episodes?
I just actually first heard that on this thing. I hadn't thought about it. Cool, man. Great. It'll be fun. I hope they do something special. I envision a cake.
Is it different as an actor working on season 5 than it was working on season 1?
Yeah, there's something really gratifying about being able to come back. I mean, watching yourself on TV is the worst thing in the world for a psychology, probably most of the human population. But the best thing about episodic, with so many episodes, you can really get another go. You can fix something you didn't like about how you were playing something. You can be you can find new. I'll watch things. I'm oh, I was paying attention to this, but not this whole other storyline. So I can I can do some audibles, which is nice. But I feel more mature. I feel more grateful. I feel happy to have a job where I have things to do. Sometimes when you're an actor, you get hired and you just sit there and you don't have to do anything. You just kind of on hold. But so it feels. I feel very grateful.
Any characters that you fall in love again?
Oh, I don't know. I can sense that they're putting that out there a little bit, but it would be a very confusing thing if that were to happen. Yeah, I know. She's in my house. She's got my kid. I will say that I think Nick's going to finally figure out that perhaps his home is not the safest place to be. So I'm going to move into someplace safe and hopefully take my kid with me. Yeah.
Any supernatural creatures that you know of personally that you would like to see brought into the show as Vesson?
Well, there's so many we've covered. We've done every single creature in the world, except for the Loch Ness Monster, which we're doing this season, which will be kind of fun. So I like when we get the new kind of folklore from different cultures that usually markets that we do well in, oh, another Brazilian creature. What do you know? They're our second biggest country. So that's always fun.
Do you have any input on the mythology that goes into the show?
If I'm really prepared for the episode, sometimes in the middle I'm not that, it's just so much work. But when I'm ahead and I've been thinking about scripts a lot, I'll have, for a certain episode, I'll be I feel like if I said this now, that would ruin this, and so maybe I'd be more this. And they're very receptive, but they're pretty much on point. Like they don't. I rarely have to say anything.
You've seen your new library / cache of weapons.
Yeah, I think I don't know where we're gonna move it entirely. I think it's just the basement of the spice shop right now, which makes sense, you know. All that driving, you know, back and forth in the trailer to Monroe to leave. Yeah. And now finally, Nick is like learning about Vesson that he's not just seeing.
No, she's done.
So I'll like things some more from like, oh yeah, it's Ki Hada Veal. I've read about it, never seen it before. Yeah, he's gonna kill you, you know. So finally, Nick studied up beyond the Vesson of the week. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.